It's pretty exciting seeing a fellow YouTube content creator branch out into the world of filmmaking, and I'm pretty much always down to check out what they have to offer, but this one didn't work for me. I say that with a pretty heavy heart because I really did want to enjoy Iron Lung more. It wasn't something that I totally disliked. There were things about it that I did appreciate, but for the most part, it was not a fulfilling or satisfying experience for me. It was one of the films that I did 2 double feature days back to back right before an ice storm. This was back in like late January. I'm so late getting to this review. And out of the 4 I watched, this was at the bottom. This was my least favorite. For those of you who don't know, Iron Lung is a movie adaptation of a video game of the same name. It takes place in some future time and everything is pretty much gone, like all the planets or what the hell ever. I mean, it's very strange. Like I didn't even understand the world that he was living in, but basically he's in this Iron Lung, like this submarine type contraption, and he's going down in this sea of blood to kind of explore or look for whatever. It's not super clear, by the way. And it's ultimately a one location movie. Those aren't always done right. The Outfit did it right. That's a fantastic one location film. This one wears thin, for me anyway, because it's more than 2 hours long. And I have heard that the gameplay of the game, by the time you're done, the total story time of the game of Iron Lung is only 45 minutes. I feel like this should have been limited to 45 minutes, no more than an hour. It's way too long. It is also, I feel, pretty inaccessible to people who aren't familiar with the game. If you are familiar with the game, if you love the game, you will probably really dig this film, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy this film performed well. I think it's fantastic what Markiplier did. Forgot to mention that he was the YouTube creator, derp. He wrote it, directed it, edited it, financed it, and he acted in it. And he's a pretty decent actor. I was impressed with his performance. There were multiple things that did impress me. It's just the total package, unfortunately, did not. Overall, I felt that the filmmaking was pretty solid. It had fairly strong production value for the limited budget that it was filmed on. Now, you know it's limited budget because it's one location, but still, what they did with the funds that they had made it look convincing as far as the location. The score sometimes overpowered the dialogue, and that was a bit of a problem for me. Now, I don't know if that was maybe just an issue with the theater that I was at. That was definitely one of the things going on with it that kind of, well, that part didn't really notch it into the con category. It was just something that I noticed. The film is also largely dialogue driven because it's just him by himself for like 99% of the movie. There is a very short period of time where you see other people outside of the machine that he's in. It's very brief, and you do hear voices talking to him on the speaker that he has inside the Iron Lung. But he, for the most part, carries this movie. And as I've already mentioned, I thought he did well, performance-wise. You know, this was a dialogue-heavy film, like I've already said, one location. So you've got those constraints, those limitations, and I thought that he pulled it off probably as well as he could have or anybody else could have. His performance was not the issue. For me, it was a very strange film, and it was confusing at times. It had a very abstract narrative. I didn't understand sometimes what was reality, what was really happening, probably because I'm not familiar with the game, which is what I mean when I say it doesn't really feel accessible to people who aren't into the game or who aren't fans of the game. Obviously, this is not going to be the case for everybody, but I do get the general feel that that is going to be the situation much of the time. If you don't know what you're going into, you're probably not going to get as much out of it as fans of the game will. I don't necessarily mind one location settings. It's understandable given the budget. Also, the game is one location, so it is faithful to the game in that regard. It feels a little unfair to call this one location a con because, like I've said, the outfit was one location and it was fantastic. I think the problem with this is the story's so weird and it's very long. It's way too long. I've already said that. Over 2 hours. I don't think that was necessary, to be honest, and that really started to get on my nerves a little bit. I was ready for it to start wrapping up by about the 1 hour mark because it just felt kind of aimless in a lot of parts. It drags, especially in the middle, it drags. And the ending, no idea what the hell happened. No clue, absolutely none. And then it was over, credits. And so that was a little bit agitating. It just did not feel satisfying for me by the time it was over. I think it was just too niche for me to appreciate as a whole. This is not to say that you will not like it, and I can just about guarantee you that fans of the game will enjoy it. It has a pretty high viewer rating from what I understand. Like I said, it has performed well. Did I say it's performed well? Or I said I was happy that he pulled this off. I'm very happy for him that this film did as well as it did. It was, I think, number 3 for the weekend when it came out, and it's still in theaters. So that's really fantastic, you guys. I mean, honestly, we complain a lot collectively. People, society, complain a lot about the lack of original movies and big studio films feeling pretty generic with poor writing, and there's agenda inserted into things half the time whenever you turn around, and sequels and remakes and swaps going on all over the place that really degrade the quality of the source material. And it is refreshing to see that there are plenty of indie films or low budget films that do pretty well, given the situation with what's going on in theaters, and films only hanging around for a week or two, sometimes at most. It's cool to see that this still has a presence on the big screen, and I hope it makes bank. I hope he makes his money back. Plus, I have no idea what the budget was on this. I hope he's able to take this and make something even better. Something that can appeal to more people than just a very niche crowd. I feel conflicted because I really wanted to appreciate this more. I appreciate the ambition. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate certain aspects of it, like I already said. But unfortunately, I walked away disappointed and unsatisfied. So it's a bummer. I think I enjoyed Shelby Oaks more, and that film had its issues for sure. At any rate, I look forward to seeing what Markiplier can bring us in the future and hope things continue to go well for him. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now about Iron Lung. It will probably be on digital, I don't know, a few weeks, month. All right, you guys, that's it for this one. Bye.